Hey, good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good day. It's Matt and Dan. It's Coffee and Questions.
Whoops.
I've got way too much music in my ears right now.
That was my bad.
I can't figure out what's going. I thought I had music playing, and I just kind of like kept going through it. Is this
That
still
one's
playing?
that
No,
one
I
was
know
on
it
me.
is.
No, like
N-
the intro song ended and I pushed the intro song to end and I just started it over again. All
Well,
my
and
fault.
also I didn't have my YouTube tab muted, so not only was it that, it just kept going. I was like, something's wrong here. Happy Monday, everybody. We
Yeah.
made it. Dan and I were just talking about how Monday came too fast today, and I'm not going to say I'm
It's
too
we're
sleepy. Good afternoon. There you go. Music kills you. Oh, what? We just actually were saying we kind of liked it. It kills me when it plays 3 times in my ears, but
I'll take that L. I'll take the L on that one.
oh man, I hope you all had a great weekend. For those of you who celebrated Mother's Day or thought about
Yeah.
Mother's Day or are a
To all the
mother,
moms watching.
happy Mother's Day.
Happy late Mother's Day. I'll say
Hope you're all doing
too,
well.
we're moving a little slow here too. I think the entire city of Louisville moves slow the day after Derby or the weekend after Derby. So
It's true. It's true. We watched the race, but we also went hiking that day, and um, we kind of hiked off a trail, and it was a trail, but it wasn't really a trail. We made mistakes were made, so we had to cross some rushing streams, take our shoes off. It was exciting.
fun
It was
times.
good.
That's what.
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, hope you're all doing well this morning or afternoon, wherever you are. This is a show that Dan and I do every Monday,
Mhm.
where we answer your questions. We want to help you make a better live stream. So we're here to spend about 45 minutes to an hour just answering whatever live stream questions you might have, whether that's about Switcher or just live streaming in general. Let us know.
Yeah, and if you don't have questions, Matt and I are just gonna continue talking until
Yep. Yep. Yep.
for.
Because that's kind of how this usually works. We just kind of wait for you all to start asking questions. So please ask your questions. If not, hang out and we'll talk about hiking some more or whatever.
What a crazy long shot winning the Kentucky Derby.
Oh, that was crazy. I wish I had put even just $1 down.
I know. Well, yeah. I wonder if anybody out there like actually won
I had
big.
some
I'm sure
friends.
someone did.
Well, I don't know if they won big, but they bet on the right horse and they did win some money. So
If you didn't watch it, go back and check it out, guys. Like it's a pretty cool. I mean, if you're not into
it was
horse
wild.
racing, I guess don't. But even if you're not, you could still like it's still you can still appreciate it. Like I don't really follow horse racing or anything. I'll be into horse racing for a week, and that's the week leading up to the Kentucky Derby.
And that's it. It's over. Yeah, we turned it on just as it was starting. So
Good timing.
hey, Chicago Bears 360 has a question about adjusting video quality. We're ready for it. Have at it.
Yeah.
whenever you
Go ahead and
whenever
throw
you
it
want
in
to put
there. I can kind of show you how to do it the different ways. Should we talk about video quality in Switcher
Yeah,
Studio?
just go. You can go ahead and start showing it, and if there's some other question that we comes up, we can answer
So
that.
yeah, two ways to look at video quality within Switcher. It's your live output, and that's what's being broadcast live, and then your recording. So typically these are the same, but you can, of course, with director mode. And Matt, I think you're on YouTube now, so if you could share that article out, that could help.
Yep. Well, Tim's also available. He said he
Oh,
could
cool.
do both.
Tim's
so.
in there too. Yeah. Shout out to Tim on the team. He's going to be
He's all over.
monitoring the comments. Hey, Tim. He already said hi in there. But yeah, so you can stream at a lower quality and record at a higher quality. But it's all in this outputs tab here. If we come down, notice I do have director mode off. If I come down to advanced settings, I can come in and I can choose if I want to record on the remote cameras. This is if you want to edit after the fact, all those angles. Record the live output. You can turn that on and off if you wanted to. And here's where the live output format where you would adjust that. So we can come in and, go up to the 1080 if we need to. And then, of course, if we come in and enable director mode, it's going to disable the built-in camera. So like that went away. We'll put this picture up so there's something there. And now if I go into advanced settings, you'll see some different options. So, like composition format auto by default, but you can come in here and choose which quality you want. The 4K, not really available right now, but the update is we might have something that could work. We're doing a ton of testing and stuff. So like it could be something way down the road, but yeah, just hang on there.
I heard that the other day, and I was excited for
Yeah.
all of us.
So yeah, this is where you change it, where this would be your recording here up under director mode, and then you can still adjust the live output format, and this would be like what you're streaming at and whatnot.
Hey Dan, while you're talking about director mode, here's a question on YouTube. Does director mode make the sound better from the device?
No, it's going to be the same audio quality. The difference is like, no, it's going to be the same. I think like, yeah. What is nice is there's like a separate file. It's like the ACC audio file. It's a weird like Apple audio file, so you can actually get that entire audio. I'm trying to think of another word other than file because I just said file about 10 times in a row. The audio,
like a briefcase of information.
Audio file. You can have it as a separate track or something if you wanted to do something just with that, maybe for podcasting or whatever. So, but yeah, it's going to be the same as it came in. If your network was really dropping out, it might hold up a little bit better or sound a little bit better because it's not going to have those drop out. But like, since your audio has to come in through the main device anyways, I don't think there's going to be a problem there.
Yep.
I'll also say that director mode, like I'm not using director mode right now, and that's because I'm using the remote guest feature in Switcher. Like Matt is connected to me through that. And if I were to use remote guest, then whenever you have the remote guest, since I can't get a recording from Matt's computer over there, it just would be black. It would just be a black video where he is. So yeah, it does not work with remote guest. Does not work with director mode.
There it is. Awesome. Hopefully that answered your questions there, Chicago Bears. How about turning off the record to switcher feature?
Turning off to record. Okay.
Yep. And Joseph, I see your question. We're going to come back to. We're just going to continue on this director mode train, and we'll come back to your multi-streaming question.
Yeah, I will say sorry if I'm sniffly over here. I feel like I'm underwater right now. I've got, the Ohio Valley allergies are really killing me right now. So
maybe I don't talk a lot before we start these things in the morning, but I feel like every time we start them and I start talking, like my sinuses just open up and I'm like also sniffly or stuffed up.
Yeah,
so
I think
we apologize, everyone.
It might just be like that. Okay, you're live now, so now you have to be,
let it all out. Yeah,
conscious about it. Okay, yeah. So turn off director mode over here. We'll come back down. If you come into recording, you can come into advanced settings again and make sure this record remote cameras is off and record live output is off. And now, if you notice up here at the top, it might be hard. I can go full screen with that maybe just so you can see it a little bit better. Up here, it just says live. There's no recording. That's because I've turned that off. And so now we are just doing what's going live. So that's where you can turn that off. Now, of course, if you're doing a multi-stream, you can do the cloud recording on, and Switcher will record the video up there, and you can download it from the Switcher Studio dashboard. So something else to consider there. Good question.
Yeah, these are great questions. Hopefully you all are learning some stuff here this morning.
I like this from Chris. I put up there before. How is Matt controlling the comments on the screen if Dan is switching? We're just on the same wavelength.
Yeah, Matt, this is like doing several dozen live streams together.
Yeah,
we just know. And also, I think we have a kind of a tell. Like here's a question from YouTube, and if we haven't gotten to it yet, like Dan usually goes to the next one. It's
We're just Matt.
As a psychic rapport.
Yeah, Matt just kind of reads them out. I kind of have an idea which one he's going to. It's just in my gut, so I'm able to put it up quick. I'm doing everything from here though, Chris. Matt's just
I'm
monitoring
just
comments and being pretty and talking.
Oh, here's a question from. Oh wait, Dan. No, for real. There is a question on YouTube from Joseph Anderson. It says, "I'm having a hard time with multi-streaming. My internet is great as well. Is there anything I can do?" Can you give us a little more information? What's happening exactly?
Yeah, let us know a little bit more. Let me put this back up to ask your questions. Let us know where you're having the issues. Because if you're able to stream fine normally, just try streaming to the one destination. And if that's also running into problems, chances are there's probably something going on with your networking. Even if you have really good speeds, you could still be it could be an old router that's having trouble handling the video processing. At the end of the day, doing multi-streaming is no more strenuous on your network and your your router and your internet, then doing a single stream. And that's the way that we have multi-streaming set up is we send one stream from Switcher Studio up to the cloud, and then the cloud processes that video and sends it out to, like in this case, what we're doing now, Facebook and YouTube. So yes, hope that helps.
Joseph also wants to know if there's any news on scrolling text, and there's not.
No news. No news right now. Yeah, hopefully, we'll see. I mean, of course, there is always the workarounds with multi-views and stuff, but yeah, no actual scrolling text within Switcher Studio.
Yep, I think we've shown Joseph a couple times maybe, or we've shown you all a few times, but there is a workaround.
I'll do a video on that. I'm gonna do that like next week, maybe this week even.
And I know a few weeks ago, for a couple weeks in a row, people have asked about streaming to Discord, and I have not been able to figure out how to do it. So if you can do it, if you figured it out, let us know, because I couldn't figure it out. Discord streaming doesn't seem very easy to me. Maybe I'm just doing it wrong. All right.
Ed mentioned this. Can you quick screen mirror and show folks how to airdrop during a stream? I don't do this because I know there's a way where you can kind of have one off to the side and have it come in and not take over. I am so nervous about that. And since Switcher Cloud is so easy, I always just recommend using Switcher Cloud to get them in. It's arguably quicker and, ish, it's the same, but you run no risk of accidentally dropping out of the Switcher Studio stream when you're live. But if people are really interested in that, I can do a little more prep and figure out how to do it a little bit better, and we can talk through that on a future one of these or in a video or something. But yeah, as of right now, I recommend Switcher Cloud. I think is a better option.
Yeah, I know you can do the split screen. You can tap the bottom of your iPad and hit the photo icon, and then drag it and make it a split screen deal. But yeah, like Dan was saying, just feel like there's a lot more variables doing it that way. I'm gonna end up pressing the wrong button or sending my Switcher app away. But yeah, if Dan can make a video later, that would be awesome. Dan's our instructions guy, video
guys, I guess. We have a few here.
Tim
makes some videos over there too in the comments. So I saw one earlier that was asking about the camera control options, and I was going to connect a remote camera to my second device here to show, but all of them are out of battery, so I'm just going to use my phone. If we want to do that one, should we go up and do that?
Yes.
I'm trying to remember where that was. Camera control settings review, please. Okay, let me get things set up here to do that.
Okay.
So Switcher Studio back open. Let's connect my iPhone XS so we have a little bit more to show you what you can do. There's a pile of mini frisbees for you if you care. There, now we can see it. So for camera controls, you're going to control the main device, whatever the live device is, unless you tap this button down here, and now it's whatever's in the preview window. So again, the 4 squares enables the preview window if you haven't seen it, and then you can just tap preview to live to send your shot live. I'll just get rid of it for now. By default, you have the slider over here. This is the zoom, so zoom in and out. It's a responsive zoom, so depending on how fast you scroll up or down is how fast you're going to zoom in and out. You can swap the camera angle using this one, so this is going to go between the front and the back. Hey guys. Also up here, if you have multiple lenses on your device, you can tap this, and you can see I have the 2x on this one and the selfie, so you can swap between those there. And then it's this camera control icon down here. And so as you can see, as we go off A, which is automatic on these, we will get more sliders. So the zoom, for instance, I can turn that off if I want. But focus, very simple. You can pull in and out of your focus. if you want to. You can also, like, if these things are set to auto or manual, you can tap on the screen and it's going to kind of focus or
Right.
use that. Exposure is the next one here. Now, this one has full manual, and this gives you control over the ISO and shutter speed, which can, like if I, is it this way? Oh, that's the wrong one. Well, it's still going to look
Oof.
probably. Let's see, I'm trying to really mess it up. Basically, if you move your shutter speed too much, you'll start having, like, it'll look like you're filming from a helicopter or something. It's like really choppy. So I recommend using the A plus. As you can see, like, you're gonna get super dark to super bright still. It works for 99% of the people, I think. And
Okay.
then white balance, you can adjust the color temperatures and tones. Get that? There's also this gray card option. People might also hear white balance. So
Yep.
basically, you show the camera gray. Obviously, there's not gray there, so the colors are really off. But the camera's like able to say, "Hey, okay, that's gray." This is a great way using the gray card. If you have multiple camera angles, you can point them all at the same gray thing and tap gray card on all of
Yep.
them, and it's going to give you a pretty similar color profile to all of them.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, we'll go back to auto for these. And then lastly, there's the LED light, so you can have this be on. This is the flash if your remote device has the flash. So as you can see, it's brighter there. You can also have a dimmer if you want. There's a slider. And then there's tally, which is cool because that keeps the light off, and then when that camera is active or live, the tally light flashes on, which is useful because then your talent or whoever's like on camera, if they can't see like the live feed, they know which camera to look at because that camera is active. Stabilization, I recommend just keeping it on. It just, like, if there's movement, it's going to keep the camera it's going to make the camera angle be a little bit smoother so it looks a lot better. And then lock autofocus when live, just, everyone's seen it with like iPhones and mobile devices where the image like pops in and out for a sec. Before it focuses. This will turn that off, where it'll be doing that when it's not active, just to constantly make sure it's in focus. But then once that angle goes live, the focus locks so you don't get that popping in and out.
Dan, is there a video of all of this or an article about all of this on the Help Center? Do you know?
Yes, there definitely is. If you search camera control in the Help Center, you'll see videos. Great. You can also do it on the YouTube channel, for those of you watching on YouTube.
Or you can watch this again.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's great.
That's a whole bunch.
Good question.
Hopefully that's helpful.
Okay. Let's see. We missed
get some more. I'm sure. Yeah, a lot of people coming in now.
We'll go here on Facebook from Tim Hogg. Greetings from Conyers, Georgia. Yesterday we had to miss our worship service and was traveling in, so we viewed it online. I was on YouTube. My wife was beside me on Facebook. I noticed there's a good 30 to 40 second delay between the two. Question: how do you do your countdown at the beginning of your sessions?
Okay. Excuse me. Great question. So that 30 to 40 second delay is completely normal. Like, that's just like, as I mentioned earlier in this broadcast, we're sending the video out to the cloud or the servers, and then they're syndicating it out to all the, like, YouTube or Facebook. So that takes time. Where it's not possible to have it be real time. So that delay is going to be there for every single person watching.
Yeah, I have Facebook and YouTube pulled up here, and there's definitely a delay.
Yeah. And then here, let me put this down, and I'm just going to take the comment down so I can show you. This is actually a video I'm working on right now, as how I do the intro videos. So that's going to be going out maybe tomorrow or Wednesday, I think. So if you check out on YouTube, you can see that video. But it's pretty simple. I think I've done it here before. So I have basically I create a title card, which I don't have here. So we'll just go to title and graphic, titles, and we'll do this and pretend that's our title card. So I'll start here, and then I start the intro music, let it go for a second, and then I have this timer right here. Now this timer is 30 seconds, obviously, and the one we have is a minute long. And then, I don't have this open right now. I don't have it. Do
you want to show where the timer is?
Yeah, I'll show them where to find that too. So if I come in here, both of these things are going to be in the card option. live selling samples. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, you're going to see these timers. So that's where I'm getting the timers from. And then that kind of shot of Matt and I do camera as a background. Is it the multiple cameras as a background? Is that it? Yeah, two views. So I use this one right here. And I have obviously my camera there and Matt's camera's here. And I just say, we'll be live soon. And then I keep that timer countdown going. And
you can adjust the timer. There's a couple different options there. You can adjust what was there. That Dan had a 30-second, but you can choose minute or 5 or 10 and adjust from there.
Yeah, so we have all these out here, like 10 minutes, and you can adjust how long they are, and these can be like resized, moved around on screen if you want to. So if you want to like something really big in the middle or something, we'll pin it there, and then whoops, yep. Here's the trimmer, so you can choose how long it's going to actually last if you didn't want a 10-minute timer. So yeah,
10 minutes would be a long intro, so that's for sure.
Don't make people wait 10 minutes to join. Yeah, that's how I do it. I think it's a fun, interesting way. It requires not much editing in advance. So I think anyone can do it. You just need a couple pieces and you're good to go.
Great question. All right, hop back over here. Let's see. Right here on YouTube, Ricardo Baptiste. How can I make my streaming 4K quality and not fuzzy, or would I need a better Wi-Fi?
Switcher doesn't do 4K streaming. We do up to 1080p.
You have to go to the dashboard to turn on 1080p, correct? Yes.
I can show you that too. I've got it over here. So if you wanted to stream at 1080 and you haven't done it, if you come over here to the Switcher Studio dashboard under experimental features, there's that 1080p, and we can enable that right there.
Mm-hmm. And then you'll be able to see it on your Switcher.
But yeah, so that's that. If it's fuzzy, if your video is fuzzy, a lot of times if I see fuzzy video, I'm thinking it's low quality, or not. I'm sorry, not low quality, low lighting in the room. So maybe try and get better lighting. Will help a lot.
Absolutely. Yeah. A little good lighting goes a long way. That's for sure. The proper spot lighting. Ernesto on YouTube here, long time watcher, first time commenter, says need to try Switcher as a webcam for Discord streaming. So, all right, we'll have to try that.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, we could probably do that. That could be fun. We should do some Discord streams, I think is what it's coming down to, Matt. We've got that Discord. You want to plug it?
We do. Yeah, I do. Hey, you all should join the Discord. Let me grab a quick link for it, and I'll drop it here in the comments. Discord, we started this about just a few months ago, and really just trying to grow community there, help each other make better live streams. So would love for you all to join there. Invite people. There we go. And awesome.
There's those allergies again. Sorry, people. I see these. So here's streams. And this is Dom. Is if the files are too big for Switcher Cloud, I use iMazing and transfer the files wirelessly to the device from that. So that's an interesting way. So that's a way around the airdrop coming in, and Ed just giving a little more insight into his problem there. So yeah, I'll do more of that. I'll do some testing with it and make sure I'm more comfortable with that Ed, and either do a video for YouTube, or we'll do that. We can show that off on another one of these live streams.
Ed wants to know about your disc golf there. I don't throw, but Dan is. I think you're a vet, aren't you?
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna mess up my camera angle.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that.
Here's my wall. There. There's my wall.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize how many there were.
That's just the ones that are up on the wall.
Whoa!
I've been playing disc golf since 2003, 2004. It's a nice way to get outside, get some exercise, walk around.
Great. That's awesome. I've only seen maybe 6. I thought that was it. I had no idea that there were. 6
I've got a full wall. Yeah. I've got quite a few, and like Impressive. I said, that's just the ones on the wall.
That's awesome.
Let me try to fix this camera angle.
Oh, and Ed interviewing some Switcher Studio vets. Well, I'm going to reach out to you. We were trying to set something up with someone else, and we're going to still, but we're definitely still trying to do those.
We are going to be doing those here soon.
I'll reach out to you today, and we'll set something up. So, cool.
Yeah, so I see Chris saying airdropping would be during a stream would be ultra money. It is
Ultra
doable.
money.
Like I just want to make sure that I've got it all figured out before, you know, I say, yeah, here's how to do it. And I also don't want to
Right.
try and do it live right now because knowing my luck, I would just crash the stream.
Well, things happen. It wouldn't be the first time, right? Okay, so let's see. Just below that here on YouTube from MTM Photography and Videography, is there a way to start streaming if I started recording with none selected background and I had to start recording without checking my last setting?
Okay, let me read that one again. Is there a way to start
That was
streaming if I started recording with
oh,
none selected? All right, so if you have none selected in the outputs, that means you're just doing a recording. So there's no streaming at all. And with none selected background, I had to start recording without checking my last settings, and I got
he
no
basically
notice the event was
no
started.
notice that they're going to go live. It needed to go live.
I'm confused. Do you get this one, Matt? I might
I'm
just be.
I'm guessing that they're just recording and then they got notice that they needed to go live. So is there a way to switch over to go like to destinations?
Oh no, you would have to stop it and restart that stream. Okay,
If
I
I'm
think
not
that makes
right,
sense.
let me
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, if that hopefully that answers, yeah. So if once you start something, you would have to close that connection before you started a new one. So if you were recording, you would have to stop
Mhm.
it and then start on that other event. And if that's not the answer, you know, let us know. Or you can of course always email support@switcherstudio.com, and we can get you helped out there.
Cool.
Yeah, if you all, I like to mention this PSA, just to help everyone out, our support team and you all as well. If you do email support, then again it's support@switcherstudio.com.
Yeah.
Use the same email that you use to create your Switcher Studio account. The reason that is we can look at the logs and see if there's been anything funky going on with your account. It
Yep.
just makes the process a lot quicker for you all and for us. And of course, you know, we want to get you all up and streaming as quickly as possible if you're having problems.
Yep. Okay. Over here on Facebook from Joseph, is that an iPhone or camera? I missed the beginning.
I think if we're talking about the kind of explanation I did of camera controls, that was another iPhone.
Mhm.
What we're all like, so that I'm how I have this set up here, as you can see, just to kind of explain my setup. Of course, like my camera angle is an iPhone that I have up here. Matt has joined me via remote guest, and then this is
Mhm.
another iPad I have set up over here. And if you see that red like circle up here, um, that right there is the screen recording. So I'm sharing this iPad screen into my main switcher. So that's how I'm able to show that off. And then this other device here, well, I'm rubbing my face, like this device, wherever it is, that one. That's probably the best way to show it. Oh boy. That
Happy
one
Monday.
is my, that's just another device I've connected to that second iPad. And that's an iOS device as well. It's an iPhone 10.
Cool. And then just below that, from Tim, have an iPhone 11 that the camera is always very soft, like HDR overdone. How can I make it sharper? Their iPhone 8 is wonderfully crisp.
Huh. I would check out those camera control settings like I
Mhm.
showed there.
Yeah.
Make sure you have things set up correctly for it. If that doesn't do it, or there's something else going on, it might be like a hardware malfunction within that camera, and you might need to like bring it to an
Mhm.
Apple store to get it serviced.
Yeah. Yeah. Good call.
Yeah, you can check out if you want. We just recently did a YouTube video and a live stream about comparing different iPhones and iOS devices as cameras. So you can check that out to get a comparison of all of those as well.
Yep. We did from iPhone
Success.
6S Plus all the way to the 13 Pro Max, and we hit 7 in between those. So we did a bunch of different ones. You can see we didn't adjust any settings at all. And you can definitely see that on the iPhone 7 because it's definitely blown out.
Yeah.
Very, very bright.
And like But then we did go in and adjust the settings, and it looked
Yep.
much better.
Yep. Yep. Okay, over here on YouTube from LaPub, considering purchasing Switcher Studio, how important is the internet router? Would you recommend a mesh system for 4 iPhone 13 Pros? Thanks.
Um, the internet router is very important. If you're
Yep.
using a really old router, it might have issues keeping up with everything. Um, the mesh system really depends on how you're setting things up. If they're going to be really far apart, then a mesh system works
Right.
really well for that. But if you're just going to be in a studio setting and all the cameras are pretty close to each other, you don't need to go out and set up a big mesh network or something. Honestly,
and
like,
if you need to sign up for a trial, you absolutely can do that. Like, you can get
yeah,
a 2-week trial and try your network out, see how it works without the mesh. See how it goes.
no, for sure. And like I think people have had good results with even like gaming routers, using things like that can really help out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say sign up for a trial, give it a test, see how things go, and if you need more help during that trial or something, again, email support and we can help you troubleshoot what you need to do to get that up. But networking and audio are probably the two hardest pieces within Switcher. So once you get those two figured out, everything else kind of comes very naturally and easily.
Yep. I will make a quick plug here. In the next month or so, Dan and I are going to get with Jared, another member of our team, who's kind of an audio guru, audio master, and he's going to be doing some audio setup for you all, just kind of showing you how he would best set up some more popular soundboards. So if there's some questions you want us to answer, some things you want us to look at, different setups, like, let us know. We're going to do our best to kind of like do a pretty good overview, but if there's something specific that makes sense for us to go into, we'll do it.
Yeah,
let us know
for sure.
I
I
okay,
saw this
Jeff,
one on YouTube.
oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm
Oh,
going
no,
back.
go
Just
ahead.
saying, I currently run my show from an iPad, but wanted to transition to a camera. Is there a video that shows how to set up a camera setup? Switcher by default just uses iOS devices as cameras. Now, if you want to use something different, basically the only way to reliably do that is to use the remote guest option within Switcher. So yeah, it's that, and then basically if you can get your camera to show up as a webcam, it can be used in Switcher Studio via the remote guest. And
What kind of delay will there be if you do that, Dan? Will there be any type of, will you notice a delay?
well, I mean, that's what you're doing right now, and
Yeah, I
there's no
mean, I'm
delay.
not, but I'm also not sitting with you. Like,
It'll still sync up.
okay.
I'm pretty sure. Maybe if Ernesto was here, you can correct me if I'm wrong.
I always just assume there'd be more of a delay because it's having
I don't think there is. I
process
think we
more.
account for that, and everything does still sync up.
Okay, well,
But
there you go.
now you got me questioning my sanity.
Dan, I always like just like give you the hard hitting questions that I don't
yeah.
prep you for. Like,
Monday morning, 10:04 a.m.
You're doing great.
Yeah,
You're doing
we
great.
can talk. We can dock some frisbee later. Good times. It's one of my favorite pastimes or favorite things to do in my spare time.
Dang, that's awesome. I need to play more. It sounds nice getting out.
Let's go out. We'll do it. Let's do our coffee and questions from
on
there's some good
location.
courses in Southern Indiana. We'll go out there. We'll play a hole. We'll answer some questions.
Now you've got me thinking how we could like record a course, like us playing a hole or two. Well, we'll think about it. Okay, let's see here. From Jeff on Facebook, I've got a question. Is there any way to lock the transitions so every time you go live, you don't have to change it? Find that one.
I don't see it.
Towards the bottom of Facebook.
Sorry,
Jeff
I mean,
Branch.
I can answer
You're
it.
good.
I can answer it. I don't know why I don't see that on Facebook. That's weird. Jeff, I guess we just
Well,
oh, there it is.
Jeff,
It's just Facebook user for me. That's the
Facebook
problem.
user. Yeah, there you go.
Is there any way to lock the transition so every time you go live, you don't have to change it? They will stay the same. They should. So I think kind of the way this works here is, you have your transitions here. And And whichever one you choose, like that's the one that's going to be active. So, like right now I'm doing a cross dissolve. If you come in here and you adjust the setting to like 1.6 seconds, it's going to keep it there. Um, so yeah, there's nothing like those will stay locked. Now you might have to reset them each time you open Switcher Studio. But yeah, whichever one has the blue check mark next to you is which one's going to be going.
Mm.
I hope that answers it. If it doesn't, again, let us know or email support so we can
Yeah.
get those answers or questions answered. See this? Yeah, just
I'm
talking
just
about
reading through
that
that one right now.
iOS thing. Yeah, we kind of agree. I think like I feel like the 11 and some of the newer devices are trying to compensate for things a little more than the older devices. So by default, it might not look as good, but if you dial in those settings, they're going to look much, much better.
Well, let me ask you this, Tim. Are you doing like outdoor shots? Because we did notice that the newer devices, they didn't look as crisp as some of the older ones. And from what we're told, is because the like the sensor is bigger and it's letting more light in, so it's kind of overcompensating for it. But yeah, I would just kind of adjust those settings. It's going to be kind of like a little bit of like, adjust look, and making sure you can get it as close as you can to your iPhone 8.
Sorry, I'm like doing things. I noticed I didn't like. Sometimes when I switch to this, I get rid of the Electra logo, the Switcher Coffee logo down there. I'm like, I hope I didn't have that like active, and it's like covering Matt's face this whole time. You just too nice to say, "Hey, Dan."
No, I'm barely looking at this. I'm just reading.
Yeah, I hear
but
you.
I do see a question from Kenneth Brunn here on Facebook. Yeah, there you go. Kenneth, I don't know how much am allowed to say, but I will just say stay tuned.
Yeah.
We're
hoping to do some testing and figure some stuff out with these.
How about in due time?
Yeah, it's one of those, like, this is one of those things. This and like the 4K thing has been an issue that people have asked about for a while. So we really want to, take our time and make sure we get things right. But we might have found something that could work. So we're still on the early stages of what's possible. But yeah, hopefully we can get something out at some point here.
Hopefully sooner than later.
Yeah.
We'll say that. Okay.
So this one here, the DJI Osmo, the only gimbal that works with Switcher. So you can use any gimbal. It's just the Osmo, it allows us to control the pan and tilt within the software, just because of their SDK that's available. So if you're looking for like a robotic camera that you can control remotely, the Osmo Mobile is the one to use for that. But if you just are looking for a gimbal to have a steady shot, any of them will work as long as they can hold like the iPhone in there. Yeah, it doesn't have to be an Osmo Mobile for that.
All right, Tim gave me a little follow up here. No indoor, using auto on everything. Yeah, I would just mess with the manual. I think Dan talked about using the Auto Plus. Just gonna have to adjust it a little bit. Really, I would also just think about your lighting wherever that camera is located as well. You want to make sure you have some good lighting. It's going to vary depending on the angle as well. So maybe just to try adjusting your lighting a little bit more. But I would definitely first just try to mess with all the settings in the cameras and try to find something close to the. I understand it can be frustrating using a couple different devices and not having them look the same. And if you're switching. Yeah, I totally get it. Okay, when they place the video, so I see something here on YouTube from Manual Style. It says when they place the video with overlay. If it I'm not sure exactly what you mean. Do you mean how do we have our overlays, or how do you make overlays?
Like videos can be used as overlays.
Oh yeah, what you were doing.
Yeah, I think I can show you this. Like, if I come into a video I have here and edit it, I can choose it to be an overlay if I want to. And just like that, I now have a video as an overlay. If that's kind of what you're trying to do, hopefully that's it. So like now,
You tap it and put it. Yeah.
there's my video down there in the corner as an overlay. Um, there might be more to that one, so if there is,
Yeah. Let us know if that's not what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. Chris here, YouTube user. You can use Fancy Cam and video chat locally, but you have to use the audio connected to the video chat room for it to work.
Not
So you can't use
particularly.
Video chat
You
room.
could do both, I think, right? I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. I guess now you guys got me thinking again.
Is it too early for everybody?
10, 11. You guys are making me, think critically
Dan's done for the week
over
after
here.
this. Yeah,
Like, come on,
you're
guys.
burning them out. You're burning them out.
I'm gonna be done for the week. All right, going to bed. Like in theory, you could come into this and go to the audio tab, and all of your devices connected here via the remote guest are going to show up, so you can mute all of those there.
Yeah,
and just have like the live audio active. But I'm wondering, like, is that going to be out of sync then?
That's what I want. That's what I was thinking. Would it be out of sync?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into this and let you know. We'll get back to you on that one.
Yeah. All right. Continuing to go here. You're all are asking some great questions. Really appreciate it.
I do appreciate it. I am joking. Like I'm very.
I
always like
really
getting good questions here.
Yeah, this is good for Dan. He didn't want to breeze through today. He's gonna make him think.
Yeah.
All right. Andrew here on YouTube says, sorry if you answered this about the DJI gimbals. Will the DJI Pocket 2 work with Switcher?
So just the Osmo mobiles work. The Pockets, I believe, are the ones that have the cameras built into them. And those cannot be connected to Switcher Studio. It's just the ones that have an iPhone that mounts into the gimbal are the ones that are able to be used within Switcher. This is, I use 2 Osmo Mobile 4s. I'm thinking I need at least one more. Is that possible? Yeah, you can have technically up to 9 because you can have one connected to each one of your camera, your external cameras, and be good to go. Good question there about the Osmo.
Okay. Let's see over here on Facebook from Pale. How do you make a one cam solo shot show the background like your multi-view shot is doing right now? I think you're talking about your iPad.
Okay. How can I?
I'm sorry.
Make a one cam solo shot show the background like your multi-view shot is doing right. Is it this one right here and just have one camera up instead of 2? I hope that's it because I can show you that. Like you can come in here and I can edit this angle and I could choose it as an overlay if I wanted to. So, I could have it be here in the middle and we'll just have that be the background. And that kind of would be, I think, what you're talking about. So try doing a long hold on your camera angle and go in and choose overlay as well if that's just how you're always going to need it. Alternatively, again, if you come in to do the cards, you could do camera as the background and you can do one there. I think those are the big ways to do it. You could also do like an image as a background, I guess is the other thing. So yeah, that's kind of that. Hope that answers that one.
Let us know if that's what you mean. Okay, Tim's saying that the Osmo features are...
sorry, we're on 2 different ones. Okay, I was kind of thinking that now that you said it, Chris. I'm like, yeah, it's got to be out a little bit. So he's certain of this. I appreciate that, Chris. Sorry, I cut you off, and that was
Tim was talking about the Osmo feature and how they're a game changer in our worship service. So they're worth the money, bit of a learning curve, but great once you sort out the way to pan and tilt.
They're fun.
They're great.
They're just fun tools too.
Yeah, they're very fancy. I just like it. Just people are geniuses, honestly, geniuses. All right.
Here's an interesting one talking about hotspots and service to reliably to run Switcher. They're definitely out there. As far as like a good hotspot, it's going to depend on where you are and what like carrier has good service out there. So, for instance, like here in Louisville, I would use either Verizon or AT&T. Maybe a T-Mobile as well would be good enough to stream with. If you're looking to get a hotspot, some of them have like an Ethernet port into it, so you can create your what we call a local network, and that's what Switcher would connect to. So instead of having to have your hotspot have to process all the video and stuff from each camera angle, let Switcher do its thing and then send video out. We can create, something like if you pick up a Google Puck or a router that has a battery that can be run off a battery, like the Google Pucks or the Nest routers have the ability to run off USB-C. So I've done it many times where I plug those into, a big Anchor portable battery or something and have that be my local network, and then send an Ethernet cable out of that into your hotspot. You're able to, kind of have your own robust local network and then send the video out. So that's all the hotspot is worried about. But a big thing is check where you are, what has good service there, and choose them to be the carrier you go with. The Netgear Nighthawk, we've had good results with. We've seen work really well. I've seen people use even the 5G capabilities on the new iPads, have had decent results with that too. So there are definitely some options out there.
Awesome. I think we're kind of slowing down on questions here, Dan. Unless I've missed something.
Okay, I see. I thought I wasn't sure if that's just saying like you can change those things. Yeah, super fun to do that. Thank you. Yeah, I think that's most of them here. If you want to, you know what? I think that's going to be a wrap for us here, guys.
And that's a wrap. Yeah, Dan just finished his whole work week in 45 minutes. So thanks, everybody.
See you guys. Gonna go into hibernation.
Everyone, thank you so much for hanging out and asking your questions. Dan and I love doing this. It's a good way to start the week for us. So hopefully we answered some questions, gave you some ideas of how to make your live streams better. If you haven't joined our Discord already, do so. If you haven't done an app review for us, we'd love for you to do that. Head over to the App Store and give us a review, because we want to make Switcher better for you all. I hope you all have a great rest of your week, and we will see you all next week. Dan, thanks for your knowledge.
Thank you, Matt.
Take care.
Thank you, Tim, in the comments.
Yeah, thank you. We'll talk to you later. Peace.
Be good, everybody.